Good evening. Please find a seat. Our program will begin shortly. Good evening. Welcome to City Year Philadelphia's Red Jacket Gala. Please turn your attention to the stage.
Tonight is about community and how we each have an offering of service. Each of us here tonight, our service is to uplift the core. The core service is to mentor and support our students, and our student service is to build their potential to thrive in school and in life. Tonight, I'm reciting for you a poem entitled the shape of us. Presents and offerings, my fellow humans. Presents and offerings. Today, I offer to you a tithe of my presence and offering, a collection plate passing through rows of congregation. Do you receive me? Do you reach out your hand meeting my presence with your offering? Presents and offerings, my fellow humans, take many shapes and forms. I am but one. We are but one. Take a moment and turn to your neighbor. Say, neighbor.
Neighbor,
I am because you are.
I am because you are.
Now turn to your other neighbor and say, neighbor, I am because we are. We are presence taking form in four-letter words sound like here, spelled H-E-R-E. We take shape here in the form of us. We all skin, we all body, all breath and heartbeat. We all here in present form. Present in form here. We are offering taking shape in four-letter words sound like here, spelled H-E-R-E. Here. We say to us, take this, my offering, shaped by what little I have and know, shaped by my words, my trying, my care for you. Here I am, take this, my presence. I am because we are here. We are but one taking on many shapes and forms. We are the shape of our oaths, roaring, rippling through felt action, moments exchanged in classrooms, stinging high fives, proud good jobs, reassurance, brain breaks, bellied laughter, revival. We are a lively city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, jarring our way through skin, through body, reshaping supposed difference into oneness, reconnecting, remembering. We are. Because you are, I am. I can offer nothing without you. My name is Kimani Carlisle, and I am a proud City Year AmeriCorps member serving at Russell Byers Charter School. Thank you.
Now, please welcome to the stage City Year Philadelphia AmeriCorps member Danny Montgomery.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Danny Montgomery. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I proudly serve as a City Year Philadelphia AmeriCorps member at Edwin Forrest Elementary School. I have the privilege of serving in Northeast Philadelphia, and if you're from Northeast Philly, go ahead and make some noise. Now, Northeast Philly is a community full of incredibly friendly and kind people. A community is meant to support, uplift, and nurture. To be a part of a community means to be a part of something that is going to help you grow to your full potential. Each person brings something unique to the table, all pieces of a very intricate puzzle. Our forest community is no different. Terry, the crossing guard, welcomed my team with open arms and asks us how we are doing every day on our walks to our cars. Third grade teacher, Mrs. Parks, drives to and from Delaware every single day. She shows up and gives her students all of her effort. Mrs. Loving will stop in the hallway to help any student in need. One of her students once told me that her name is Mrs. Loving because she loves all of them so much. My partner teacher, Mrs. Rooney, embraced me right away. We have formed a cohesive dynamic, and she will never understand how much I have learned from her this year. So thank you so much, Mrs. Rooney. Our principal, Paul Spina, is adored not only by our team, but by the entire school. He shows up, goes above and beyond, and always makes sure that we feel appreciated and included, and we really cannot thank him enough. Thank you so much, Principal Spina. The students, most of whom grew up being neighbors for their entire lives, walk home together and talk about their school days. It is very rare to see a child walking home alone, which is one of my absolute favorite parts of this community. Now, since the beginning of the year, everyone at Forest has welcomed us into their family, which we call the Forest family. From the climate staff to the principal to the students, everyone has really leaned in and accepted us as an addition of their community. Because of this, I have been able to form very strong bonds with all of my students, one of whom I have the pleasure of speaking about tonight. Aiden, who is in the 5th grade, is one of the most passionate kids that I have ever met. He knows exactly what he wants, and he will voice it to anyone who is willing to listen. He's very curious, and if you seem sad, he wants to know exactly what happened to make you feel that way, step by step, and you better not leave a detail out. Aiden is a very social kid. He has a lot of friends, but not having in-person classes for so long due to the pandemic, it took a toll on him. He wasn't used to being back in a school environment, which made it difficult. When I first met him at the beginning of the year, he had a tendency to sit in the back of the class with his head down. One day, I actually decided to sit in the empty seat next to him and start a conversation. I started to do this daily, and I realized that he was slowly beginning to trust me and open up to me. We sat down one day, and Aiden made a list of goals for the rest of the school year, things that he personally wanted to achieve. He still has his days where he struggles sometimes, just like me, just like the rest of us, but he's able to voice that to me very loudly. From the beginning of the first marking period to the second, Aiden reached his goal of increasing every single one of his grades. So please give him a round of applause. Because of my relationship with Aiden, I was introduced to another aspect of our community, his family. I first met Aiden's mother, Kim, one day after school. Aiden asked me if I would walk with him to the corner and tell his mom about the amazing day that he had. I got to the corner, and Kim knew who I was before I even said anything. She said, "You're the girl who works with Aiden every day in the classroom." From then on, I told her that I would keep in touch with her regarding her son, and I'm really thankful to be getting to know you, Kim. I now have the pleasure of introducing everyone here tonight to members of my own community, Aiden and his parents. I'm so proud of this kid. I don't think anybody understands how much he has seriously changed my life. You okay? Yeah. I would like to think that I have been there for my students the way that I had always envisioned, to show them my support and to show them through my actions that they will always belong in any room that they want to be in. It is bittersweet to think that 1 year ago I didn't know any of these amazing kids. I didn't know my amazing teammates who are some of my absolute best friends now. I love you guys. Or my amazing impact manager who has supported me every step of the way, Kara. And now I'm going to remember all of them, all of my students, everyone at Forest forever. I look forward to returning to serve next year because I know that my journey here is not over. I look forward to continuing to learn and grow with my students and continuing to be a part of this amazing Northeast Philadelphia community. Thank you so, so much.
Please join me in welcoming Executive Director and Vice President of City Year Philadelphia, Daryl Bundridge.
Not too hard, not too soft. Oh. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We took a little bit of a break, and, we're here now. And even though the lights are dim, y'all look great. I saw you before the lights were dim. I am so happy to be here. I am so happy that we are back in person. I am so happy that our City Year community is together tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Where there's one. So now it is my pleasure to recognize one of our students with our second ever Young Idealist of the Year award. For those of you who have attended our gala in the past, you have witnessed the incredible City Year champions who have been honored for their work with us in the community. I'm going to take a little commercial break now because I left a very important piece of information at my table. Thank you. Some things you do not mess with. And this introduction is one of them. It is with great pleasure that I want, and I will have, and I will ask you to join me in providing a Philly welcome to America's new favorite teacher, Mrs. Barbara Howard on ABC's hit Abbott Elementary, Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Well, hello. Oh, I heard that. Hello, everybody, and sweet baby Jesus, and the grown one, too. How good you all are looking. From everybody in the cast of Abbott Elementary, ABC and America's new favorite #1 TV comedy. Thank you. I love being a part of that show where educators are not the butt of the joke. but the heart of the whole TV series. So, if you know of a teacher, if you are a teacher, if you have a good memory being in school, give that memory, give that teacher, give yourself a nice round of applause. All right. I know it's been wonderful for the City Year team to watch Tony thrive as a leader, because we're going to be talking about Tony, aren't we? But before we get to that, I just want to thank you all for that very warm and wonderful introduction. And I'm very happy to be here tonight to spotlight a student who has shown extraordinary leadership by making a positive impact on his fellow students. I love it. But not just the students, his school and his community. City Year had 6 nominees for this year's award from all over the city in the schools they serve, from Harrington, McClure, Cassidy, Kensington, oh, you can applaud, and Southwark. However, this year's Young Idealist of the Year is Antonio Tony Spate. Tony is a 10th grader at Kensington High School. So, please pay attention to the screen to see Tony's story and how he is making a difference in his community.
Tony has made a positive impact on Kensington by getting involved in a lot of different clubs, being a really big staple in our community that we can rely on. He's willing to help his classmates with other work, which is really helpful. So he's a big help in class, but also after school in all the clubs that he participates in.
Tony has made a positive impact here in the KHS community by being involved in the student council, where he really helps the students get their voices out.
My initiative with Student Council was to give students a voice with other students, like a student from every grade or a couple students from every grade, to help make decisions with the principal and help plan fundraisers to raise money for like fixing up the school and stuff.
I think the most impactful thing that Tony has done with Student Council is the sweatshirts.
We talked about it a lot with Miss Jackson, the head of the Student Council. It was starting to get cold. It was like, it's really cold, and the heater wasn't always like up on high heat, so a lot of kids were cold, and we would get detention for wearing our hoodies. So we was like, if we can just wear our hoodies and keep our hoods down, would that be like a problem? And a week or 2 after that, we were allowed to wear hoodies. Be Body Positive was about learning and helping you love your body and embrace your flaws and actually love the parts of yourself that you don't really like. And in Body Positive, we learned like not to compare numbers or our diets, because it could potentially be harmful.
The way that Tony has made an impact on the Kensington community is engaging in different conversations with his peers, as well as different teachers and faculty in the hallways and in the classrooms. I think by having those meaningful conversations, not only goes to show that what he wants to learn and what he wants to grow in and do, I think that is impactful for himself as well as the teachers, because they get to see what a student is like outside of the classroom, and more so as an individual. I think that Tony is kind and encouraging. I think he is also intentional. I think being intentional is super important. I think he's intentional in the questions he asks. I think that Tony enjoys reading, loves his family and his 5 different siblings. I think he also enjoys Kensington. I think he loves the neighborhood that he's grown up in most of his life, but as well as just the school atmosphere as well. He loves school, he loves learning.
It was really important to leave my mark on this community because I really want to be known for something and really want to be remembered, you know, as a funny, goofy, and talented person.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I know everybody here wants to encourage Tony to continue to be a powerful, young impact maker, and to know that when you have these gifts as a young person, it's like a seed inside of you. Count on the people around you, but especially yourself, to flower it so that you can thrive and grow and do more. Tonight, the KHS, I think that's Kensington High School team, they've made their way onto the stage. Oh, I just saw you, look at you. And they are forming a receiving line. Now, City Year, along with the school staff and some of his core members, are proud to present Tony with the Young Idealist of the Year award. Congratulations, Tony.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. All right, Tony, I'm going to read this because it's so good. I and everybody in this room want to thank you for your dedication and your service to your community and for the lasting impact your work has made. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to recognize you, because you're fabulous, baby.
So are you.
Yeah. Have a few minutes. Say something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm too short for it.
No, honey, go ahead.
Oh.
When anybody gives you the mic, baby, take it.
Oh. I don't know what to say. I'm really lost for words. Hi, Mom.
That works. That works.
I really don't know what to say yet.
What, Tony, why do you do what you do besides having a great mother?
I do what I do because there's not a lot of positivity in the area, so I just want to uplift the community and do as much as I can.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I walk off?
Yes. So, Mommy, I think that was probably one of the best Mother's Day gifts ever, wasn't it? Yes. Our children are truly a reflection of us, and you look good. Come on, Daryl.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Barbara Howard has taken charge of the event and the classroom. And I surrender. No, I think you can go relax.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you again. I have a feeling there's an emergency board meeting happening right now, and that the new executive director you just saw on the stage. So, with that said, I'll be brief, but not. So, Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Kemani, for all that you all have done for your communities and for your words this evening and your inspiration. Thank you to Cheryl, AKA Mrs. Howard, and let's not forget AKA Dina Jones, for joining us so much. I want to just take us back, though, to the very beginning when Kemani talked about the offering and our presence being an offering. Danny's presence was an offering. Everyone being here tonight is an offering. We know through our offerings there's so much that we can do in our city of brotherly love and sisterly affection and sibling connection. Everyone here tonight is part of this community. And we are a community that refuses to stand by as spectators. In fact, we are directly supporting Philadelphia students. City Year Philadelphia is committed to the work of eliminating educational inequity and social injustice anywhere that challenges our students and communities that we serve, particularly our students of color and our low-income households. Through our efforts to bring education equity into our students' lives, we are seeking to provide the quantity, the quality, and the types of resources that all children not only need, but deserve. And we're doing it through our amazing 18 to 25-year-olds who serve full-time in 17 schools throughout our city. They are working so closely with our students in the whole class and in individualized one-on-one settings, small group settings. They continue to make our students feel valued, supported, heard, and loved. Our work could not be possible without the support of the schools, communities, and neighborhoods in which we serve. And so now I want to take a moment and share with you some examples of how our neighborhoods come together to support the work that we do in City Year and in our schools. We're going to start on our journey by visiting Kensington and a K-8 elementary school called Hartranft.
Hi, my name is Emily Haverstick, and I'm a proud City Year Philadelphia AmeriCorps member serving at John F. Hartranft Elementary. Over the course of this academic year, our City Year team has collaborated considerably with our school and neighborhood to complete various events and initiatives. In December, before winter break, our team held a Winter Wonderland themed party for the students in our after-school program. Before the party, our team was able to collect a generous donation from our community's local Dollar General, including many art supplies. The store's donation allowed us to purchase a lot of cool prizes to give to our raffle winners at the event, as well as lots of supplies and decorations for the party. We're still using the art supplies they donated for our art club in our after-school program today. The event and the store's generous donation helped us to engage much more meaningfully with the students in our after-school program.
Thank you, Emily. We're going to hop on Broad Street and head on down to South Philly, to Southwark. Yeah, we're going to double park, and we're going to go talk to our friend Michelle at Southwark Elementary.
Hi, my name is Michelle Rajan, and I'm a proud City Year Philadelphia AmeriCorps member serving at Southwark Elementary. Thank you. Throughout the month of March, I partnered with my school community to create a library card initiative for our students. Every Wednesday, I coordinated a table on our blacktop so that students could grab a library card application and a raffle ticket for the chance to win a free book. Every student that came back with a library card received a book as a reward. It was such a success, especially because it gave me a chance to visit more classrooms and make the students more excited about the library.
Thanks, Michelle. We're hopping on 95 now, heading up to the northeast. We're going on up to Forest Elementary, visit our friend Aiden and some other folks up there.
Hello, my name is Pranav Chugh, and I am a proud City Year Philadelphia AmeriCorps member serving at Edwin Forest Elementary. Thank you. Our team was asked to help with our school spelling bee back in February, since they were expanding the event to all grades for the first time in Forest history. We were tasked with helping set up the auditorium with festive balloons and streamers, along with proctoring the actual event in front of friends and families of the contestants. I personally was the one to say the words and to judge the students from grades 2nd to 5th. And at the end of the event, the students and staff shared their appreciation for our efforts. It was so nice to see all those new members of our community and to see the enjoyment and the excitement in the students' faces when they were to win the event or even just participate. Thank you.
So gas is high, we need to wrap this trip up. We're finishing our journey at Kensington High School in Kensington.
Hello, my name is Sage Cornick-Turpin, and I'm a proud City Year Philadelphia AmeriCorps member serving at Kensington High School. Our team held a Connect 4 tournament where a little over 40 students participated. 2 of our teammates were able to in-kind pizza from a local pizzeria in the Kensington community called OG's, collect enough Connect 4 boards, and buy prizes for the top 3 players, as well as a Grubhub meal for the number 1 player. The top 2 players went head-to-head for the championship game on the big board so that their peers could watch intently. This event encouraged our students to come to after school more often and got them excited for future events hosted by City Year.
Thank you, Sage. So as you've heard from all of our Corps members this evening, we do this work in partnership with our school partners, our students, our local restaurants, our stores, our libraries, and so much more. We can't do this work alone, and quite frankly, we won't do this work alone. We will continue to rally for the students of Philadelphia. And with that, we're grateful for the support of our event sponsors and everyone who has rallied for City Year Philadelphia this year.
Like our platinum sponsors, Baker Hostetler, Banner Whitcoff,
Davis Polk,
Faegre Drinker,
the Michelson Foundation, as well as our gold, silver, and bronze sponsors. And thank you to our service leaders, service partners, and elected officials.
I now want to take a moment to recognize a few other champions who are in the room this evening and a few who may not be. That's our phenomenal City Year Site Board and our Associate Board of Young Professionals, as well as our amazing young alumni community, and all of our alumni, because some of them aren't young, but we love them anyway. Their service and their dedication are commendable and deeply appreciated. A round of applause for them. See some of our alumni friends right in the front row. Hi, Tiff. Hi, Goo. And this event is made possible by the hard work and dedication of our Red Jacket Gala Committee. Our event sponsors also, whose names are listed on the screen behind me, they are all doing a phenomenal job in supporting the work that our City Year AmeriCorps members do in each and every school every day. Please join me in thanking them as well. So this evening had a theme. The theme is an offering for our community. I'm going to ask that we revisit the offering idea and base your offering in your belief in the power of young people, whether it's our AmeriCorps members or the students we serve. Think about our young people, Tony, our honoree, our speakers this evening, the young people in this room right now, and those at home who are still achieving their education. Our offering this evening is an investment in the next grade teachers and principals in our schools, and I know a number of you are here tonight. They're an investment in our next grade city council members, our mayors, our CEOs, doctors, ambassadors, and so much more. We have a goal tonight to raise $30,000 to help sustain the crucial work of our AmeriCorps members and our students. To help us reach this goal, anyone who makes a gift of $250 or more will have that gift matched one-to-one up to $5,000 by our outstanding board member, City Year champions, Bob and Debbie Fleischmann. I think I see you, Bob. Thank you. I know Debbie can't be with us tonight. But this will help us reach at least $10,000 of that goal and put us, of course, we're doing our math, a third of the way towards the goal for this evening. Now we know some can give much more. I won't name names. While some may need to give a little less. But we all can give something. And donating is very easy. I'm going to guide you through the prompts that are going to appear on the screen behind me. All right. So, to donate, that means you've taken out your phones. Yes. You have a fresh text handy. You're not just reading what was sent to you by someone. And in the phone number field, you're entering 50155. And in the message box, you're typing capital letter C, capital letter Y, capital letter P, lowercase Hilly. All one word, though, and the amount you would like to donate. Make sure it starts with a whole number greater than 0 and has several zeros after it. And then after that, you hit send. You'll get a text message back in response with a link to pay for your pledge by entering your credit card information. Do not ignore the text. And for some of us who are technologically challenged, we have the old-fashioned way of contributing by filling out a pledge card located on your table and around the room. Yes, thank you. As an extra incentive, I'm using the word incentive intentionally, I want us to light the room up red tonight. So once everyone at your table has donated, simply put your phones and your pledge cards in the air. Someone is saying wave it like you just don't care, but just hold them. And then a staff member will come by to light up your table. Now, no, of course, if your table's not lit, that means not everyone has given, so that's kind of calling you out, just letting you know. But I want us to give so much tonight that we wake up tomorrow morning and we look at our bank or our credit card statement and say, what in the world did I do last night? And then you'll remember I made an offering for the young children of Philadelphia and for our AmeriCorps members, and it felt amazing. Remember, our alums and our students are growing up and they're taking over. We have City Year Philly alums all through this crowd this evening. They're in our classrooms, our schools, our city government, the White House, our hospitals, our courtrooms, boardrooms, and more. We are taking over. As you finish this evening, though, I want you to be able to look at a Corps member or an alum or a student tonight and be able to say, thank you for allowing me to invest in you. Hear that again. Thank you for allowing me to invest in you. While I'm talking, I'm watching. Yeah, don't just hold it up and show a blank screen. All right. So we're going to give you a moment to finish up or to donate again. And I will thank you for everything that you are doing or donating. And for those of you who have not donated tonight, and we know we're using AI technology to follow that, there is still time. And there will be time until you try to leave. Okay. With that, I think I have the cue to move on. So with that, if I could have Mrs. Barbara Howard back to take over our classroom. Shirley Ralph, ladies and gentlemen, is coming back to the stage.
Daryl, I just want to reinforce what you just said. Everybody in this room, whether you participate or don't participate, we are encouraging you to please make a donation. There is nothing too small. There is nothing too large.
I just want to say that those are not in any of our talking points. So I thank her profusely.
You know how if you go to church, how they pass the bucket? Right. You can put in some of that jingling change. No shade, but we do like soft money. So, believe it or not, I've been living in Philadelphia part-time, on and off, for the past 20 years with it's true, with my husband, Senator Vincent Hughes. Yes. And my husband said, you know what? When you get up there, your donation can make $1,000. Your foundation can make $1,000 donation. So, the old-fashioned way, we will be making a $1,000 donation this evening. All right. So now you got all of those. Oh, you know what else I was thinking? Okay, on my Instagram, Shirley.Ralph@gmail.com, I should do a fundraiser for the yes, for your organization. Yes. All right. Oh, thank you. You see, Mrs. Howard, she doesn't understand technology, but I do. All right. Now that you have welcomed me, we'll go to the bottom of the page, Daryl, where it says, thank you, Daryl. I am so happy to be back up here on stage with you tonight, Daryl.
Thank you.
Turning the page. Daryl, that's your part.
It is.
Yes.
There was a part what I was supposed to say. You have no idea how happy I am to be here with Shirley Ralph.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
AKA Dina Jones.
Yes.
Right? AKA Mrs. Barbara Howard.
Yes.
Some would call her the Trinity.
Yeah.
Right? All right. But to get back to what my staff told me to say, we are going to now speak to the idealist of the year, Mr. Sharif Almechi. Founder and CEO for the Center for Black Educator Development. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Sharif. He has been a friend and a champion of City Year for the past 15 plus years, and he has dedicated his career to education through that time and beyond. He founded the Center for Black Educator Development to ensure that there would be national, sustainable, predictable, and highly effective black teachers, a pipeline for those black teachers. Prior to founding the center, he served as a nationally recognized principal and U.S. Department of Education Principal Ambassador Fellow. Yeah, we got royalty here tonight.
Yes.
His school, Mastery Charter Shoemaker, which was one of the 3 schools that he was connected with, was recognized as one of the top 10 middle and top 10 high schools. It was a 6 through 12 in the state of Pennsylvania for accelerating achievement among African American students.
Mic drop.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you. As principal of Mastery Shoemaker, he worked with a team of City Year AmeriCorps members to implement service in the schools and to pilot a new college mentor readiness program while supporting our alumni in pursuing careers as teachers at Mastery schools.
Is this me?
It is.
I don't see my name, Daryl. It says Daryl right there.
But right there, it says
Oh, right
Cheryl.
there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not used to
argue.
scripts.
I know.
We are thrilled to honor Sharif with this year's Idealist Award. And I know how important you are because Gregory on our show was probably in your program. Yes. So now, let's hear a few from his friends who will share their thoughts on Sharif and his work.
Sharif has always been an advocate for education. He's always been an advocate for teachers. And I think one of the dreams he had when we launched the center was making sure that we create equitable pathways for young Black people to be in the field of education. So he has taken on the fight to make sure that there are equitable pathways, that folks have opportunity, as well as alleviating financial barriers for Black young people to be in the field of education.
Particularly in the city of Philadelphia, Black students make up over 70% of the student body. But when you look at who's teaching them, we're less than 24%. There's a huge gap there. While race is not the only impetus for student success, particularly when you look at urban students, it goes a very long way. Having a teacher who represents you, who looks like you, it helps with confidence, it helps with discipline, it helps with being able to see yourself in that type of career. Until 6th, 7th grade with Mr. Almechi, I only had one other teacher of color. So the idea that I could be a teacher was new to me.
I didn't see a Black man as a teacher until I saw him when I was 13 years old. And I think that was, without me knowing, it really impacted me along the way, knowing that someone who looks like me, is in front of me, giving me knowledge and education, and challenging me to be better than who I already am. Knowing that there's something within me that's that potential to be something more than I even knew. Someone like Sharif was mentoring and challenging and setting me up for a road to success, I would say. And I think when people see people like themselves in front of them every day doing positive things like a teacher, it's life-changing. And we need more of that, those people who are willing to give back to the community in ways like education.
Sharif's initiatives to ensure education equity for all in the city come a lot from his upbringing. So he's raised by parents who made sure that Sharif had the best identity, or knew his identity everywhere he went. So everywhere he goes, he makes sure that students are able to display their identities, whatever they are. Sharif comes as a Black man, a strong Muslim man, as an educator. So he wants to make sure that students know the only way to live free is to make sure you come with all of your identities.
I think Sharif has positively impacted City Year by being a great champion of the organization. I served at Shoemaker for my core year in 2008-2009, and he was always really supportive of our team there.
A few of the ways Sharif has positively impacted City Year is being a constant partner over the years. Every school he's worked at or been in leadership at, he has made sure that he's made space and made room for City Year. Sharif deeply believes in young people and giving young people different types of opportunities in a post-secondary world. So not everybody wants to go straight to college right after leaving high school. City Year gives those opportunities to young people, and Sharif makes sure that he partners with City Year so that young people can have a home where they can be in education and also work with other young people to find inspiration.
You know, Sharif knowing that he has a role to play. He can't sit back idle. You know, he has to be actively impacting people because that's his essence. You know, and it's his job to pass on that to other people around him.
Sharif, we want to thank you for your commitment for advancing education equity and investing in the greater Philadelphia community. Please join me in recognizing City Year champion, yes, a true superhero in education, a wonderful human being, a great man, Sharif Almechi, as City Year's 2022 Idealist of the Year.
Put this on, Chief. There you go. Thank you. Congratulations.
People all over the world know this. I saw you on TV too.
Daryl, do you want to step up? We're going to do a photo right there.
Oh, we're going to do a photo.
Yeah,
Come on.
right there. Come on.
Wait, where'd the light go? The light's over there. I got to stand in the light.
Come on. There we go.
Wow. Y'all don't understand how long I've been waiting for one of these jackets. All my core members across three schools, I'm like, those jackets are dope. And not just because I would rock it well, but for what it represents, you know? Yes. So I just want to say, you know, my career working directly in schools spanned almost 3 decades, 26 years as a teacher and a principal across 3 schools, and it was because I believed in the power of communities. And so to be recognized by an amazing organization like City Year that is so deeply aligned to my life's mission, our organizational missions, is just deeply special to me. And to be able to accept this Idealist Award is not only humbling, but I believe that it's a true, like, just culmination of years of community-based work, and I'm really accepting this on behalf of the people who serve side by side with me. People like Senator Hughes, who supported my efforts when I was a new principal at Shaw Middle School. State Representative Jordan Harris, who I also met when I was a new principal, and I was elated to find out that this brother was a teacher before he entered into you know, the politics of Pennsylvania. People like Councilwoman Helen Gim, who continue to advocate and agitate for education. And my guy, Councilman Isaiah Thomas, who also was a teacher, but is also fiercely committed to Freedom Schools in Philadelphia, which was a historic organization that continues to do work and is directly supporting the Black Teacher Pipeline, a Black Teacher Pipeline that can be not only for our city, but for our future, one that we deserve as a community. And we know that children, Chief Seattle said, children do not inherit the earth from us. We borrow it from them. And so how are we returning this earth are ways that, in this community, are ways that City Year embodies. And to be here is like a family reunion, to see people like Keith Arrington, who I was a new principal with and a teacher with, and former students. Kyle, who works at City Year, Yeah, Kyle, you know, and then Shayla and Terrence, who you heard from, who were my 8th grade students. You know, it was hard to like keep the emotions in, you know, seeing them and then seeing them talk. And of course, this table that I'm sitting with, my cousin Leslie, you know, my Aunt Rosie, who helped raise me, her friend Miss Shirley, whose hair I would pull in from my car seat in the car back in the day. Both my blood brother, Mikael, and my chosen brother, Michael Scott, who was also on the events committee and was my college roommate, who watched me grow, and he has sworn to hold on to some of the secrets about just how enraged I often felt as a youth, and how at times my anger would cause me to be self-destructive. And I had to find productive ways to be an activist for social, racial, and educational justice. And I found that by leading a classroom, by being a black man by a blackboard. Many of y'all don't even know what a blackboard is, but you know, it's And then my team at the Center for Black Educator Development, who are here, 3 of them, Nicole, our COO, Shayla, our Director of Pipeline Programming, and Anshere Hines, who are Program Coordinator, who are helping to support the Black Teacher Pipeline. And these 2 young ladies, Zakiya and Zainab, who are representing my 6 children here this evening, and then my amazing wife, Fatima, who helps me not only be bold, but to be grounded. I'm so passionate about the work, this challenging and immensely impactful work that City Year does and is doing, and that we're doing at the Center for Black Educator Development. Because both of our organizations are committed to impact and results, not just rhetoric, idealism in action. And as the youth say, City Year shows up and they're 10 toes down. Period. Thank you for adding that. I'm just such a huge fan, and you know, again, I've hired teachers who were former Corps members in that building. There are some people who know how to work in schools. There are others who know how to work in communities. There's a distinct difference, and City Year represents that. And that's why every school I was in, 3 schools, I asked City Year to join us. And they not only welcomed me, but they embraced me and our community. My eldest son, Ali, served as a Corps member under Daryl's leadership. And so again, I'm extremely grateful. And to all those Corps members around the city and the country, as a scruffy old man is driving around and say, City Year, are you ready? And they scream out, City Year is always ready. And what I would say is, we'll promise to continue to be ready at the center as well as Philadelphia, and we thank you for your continuous service and dedication to our communities. You are what our children and communities deserve, so thank you.
Okay, pull it together, Daryl. So, Sharif, thank you for your commitment to advancing educational equity and investing in our Philadelphia community. Once again, please join me in welcoming our City Year champion and our hero, Sharif Almechi. Once again, Idealist of the Year. And I need to tell you just a little bit about the City Year jacket. It's a symbol of hope. It's woven together not only with cotton and thread, but also with spirit, idealism, and purpose of serving and empowering others.
Yes.
And we know that Sharif embodies that. I know that because I've had the privilege of knowing him. He not only embodies that, he lives those ideals. So we're just so thankful and appreciative to be able to recognize him this evening. So with that, I really need to find my spot here.
Yes.
And I'm going to note that our City Year Philadelphia Corps members are making an impact because of everyone you see here, everyone here in this room, the schools and communities we serve. The statement sounds trite, but it truly does take a village.
It does.
A community to raise a child. And I'm so grateful to work alongside these amazing people, my staff, our staff, our corps, they are an offering. Thank you to everyone who supported us. Yes, this is when I remind you that if you haven't made a donation, time is running out. Remember, we are giving so much that we forgot. Well, tomorrow, when we wake up, we're giving so much that we forgot how much we gave. And we're going to feel okay about that. I'm checking my phone to see if I have any information here on how the money is coming in. So I know, we're adding yours in.
Okay.
The staff is standing near the doors so that they know that if the number just appeared. Okay. They knew the next step was to close and lock the doors. So, the number I have in front of me so far is $15,000.
Halfway there.
Yes. Teacher Howard, who I hope will become Principal Howard next season, I'm just saying.
No, we have to keep the comedy going.
Okay. But we're halfway there, folks. I know that we can get the rest of the way, and I'm counting on us all to do that. A preview of next year. We are turning 25 years old. I know. Not Cheryl. She's 18.
Thank you.
The rest of us are turning 25 in terms of City Year Philadelphia. And we already have a date in mind, May 4th, 2023, to come together to celebrate. So put that in your phones. And we look forward to continuing to do this work for another 25 years. But a quick note, and an important one, we can't partner and support our schools and our students without the next group of great AmeriCorps members and great leaders in their City Year Red Jackets. At this point, I want to invite all of our speakers, our students, family members onto the stage, because I'm calling everyone out to declare an all-hands-on-deck moment. Y'all are our family, so you need to know that the competition and the attention for 18-year-olds to 25-year-olds to look at job opportunities, education opportunities, or service opportunities is fierce. We are competing for them. So if you know an 18 to 25-year-old who may be interested, just mildly interested in serving as a City Year Philadelphia AmeriCorps member, we are accepting applications. We want to talk to them. We can't do this work without them. It's just that simple. And there are 3 ways that you can help. It's not going to be more money. You can talk about this evening, and you can talk about your experiences of City Year at your businesses and your organizations. You can talk about it with your family and your friends and your networks. And for those of us on social media, promote this evening. Promote the work of City Year. Insta, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you use. And you can go to our website, www.cityyear.org/Philadelphia. It's not on the screen, but perhaps it will appear there. Again, I'm going to ask the folks from this evening to come join us on stage. A round of applause for all of them. We encourage you all to enjoy the rest of the evening. Stick around for a performance from our Harding Middle School STEP team. Be sure to visit the stations, take pictures on social media, and spread the information. Thank you again to the amazing and incomparable Shirley Ralph for being with us this evening. And thanks to all of you for being with us, believing in the power of community, and for celebrating our core members and students. The offering is you. Good job, everybody. Let's head out.
And now we're gone.
Now we're going.
help you down the steps. Sure.
All right, all right. I hope everyone's ready. And now, from the Frankfurt section of Philadelphia and Warren G. Harding Middle School, the Harding Bomb Squad.